Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. It's good to be with you again. I want to thank you for sharing some of your time with me. It's a great day. Here we are in the middle of another week, and time just keeps moving on by. And that's okay because God's always doing great things when we take the time to notice. And so this morning I'd like to share with you a couple of verses from the Gospel of Matthew. You find it in chapter 4 and verses 18 to 20. One day, as Jesus was walking along the shore of the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, also called Peter, and Andrew, throwing a net into the water, for they fished for a living. Jesus called out to them, "Come, follow me, and I will show you how to fish for people." And they left their nets at once and followed him. Now, this is an interesting story. Actually, it seems a little strange if you take the time to think about it. Because Jesus wasn't well known at this point in time. He was new guy on the block, just getting started. This is part of what we call the calling of the disciples narratives, where he pooled together his 12 disciples. And these are the first ones. He's walking along the shore. I don't know what set him apart from everybody else. I don't even know why Peter and Andrew even paid attention to him. In fact, I don't even know how they heard him because they were out in the water, it said, casting their net. They were fishermen. They were doing what they did for a living and what they've done in the past and what they expected to do from then on. But on this day, as they're doing their thing, as they're fishing, I guess they were thinking about how you cast the net well and all the techniques and whatnot. Maybe they were talking about the weather. Maybe they were kidding each other about who had the most fish. Maybe they were just doing what brothers do and enjoying what evidently was a pretty enjoyable day. And then all of a sudden, this guy, Jesus, comes walking down the shore and he says to them, "Come and follow me, and I will show you how to fish for people." Well, that in itself is a strange comment. Now, the "come and follow me," okay, that's pretty simple. You know, hey, join my group. Hey, come on over. We're having a good time. Like if you're having a group for a barbecue or a cookout or something. But Jesus says, "Come and follow me." Now, why would they do that? Why would they give up their livelihood? We don't even know what they did with their gear. It just says that they left their nets and once and followed him. There was something about Jesus that caught their attention, like nobody else. There was something about this man as to who he was and how he spoke to people. Because he says, "Come and I'll show you how to fish for people." If you're a fisherman and you're fishing for fish, that's what fishermen do. What is this fishing for people stuff? You can't eat them. You can't cook them. You can't even hook them and reel them in. What is he talking about? And not only is that question, what is he talking about? But why in the world would Peter and Andrew walk away from their livelihood, from everything that they knew how to do, and follow him? Well, I think that's a question for you and for me, because Jesus is still in the business of calling people from something to something. Now, I don't think today, in most cases, it's such a dramatic change of vocation. Though I've heard of people who've said that, and I believe that that happens. Certainly could happen. But yet people will walk away from something in order to follow Jesus. Many, many times. You see, there's something about hearing those words from Jesus himself that says, hey, I have a better plan for your life. Now, think about your life, wherever you are on the spectrum, whether you're young, getting started, or older and winding up, or somewhere in between. Whether you're working your fingers to the bone, trying to stay ahead, or whether you're trying to worry or you're worrying about what you've accumulated to be sure it lasts. Whether you're living your life as you thought you would, or trying to find a way to live with what you have. Whether you are physically well equipped like you once were, or whether you are physically or even emotionally something less. Jesus still calls people to a better plan, wherever they are, whatever their situation is. Now, when I look at people and when I talk to people, I'd have to say, by and large, everybody that I meet, most everybody I meet, is doing pretty good. But you know what? I don't really know that. I look out on a Sunday morning and I see the folks who come physically to our church. And I know a lot about them already, but there's a lot I don't know. And there's a whole bunch more that I'll probably never know because they're not going to reveal what's really happening in their lives. And that's okay. We don't have to be public billboards and tell everybody all of our secrets. And I certainly am not suggesting you tell me yours. But I am saying this. Jesus looks at your life, my life, and he calls to me and to you with a better plan of how to live it. Maybe it's a dramatic call, and it does change vocations. Maybe it's a dramatic change in something else. Maybe it's something simple, like just letting go something you've held on for years. You know, when I look at people's faces, I see what's on the outside. When Jesus looks at faces, he sees what's on the outside, but he also sees what's on the inside. This is where he wants to call us to a new life. Come and follow me, he says, and I will make you something. In Peter and Andrew's case, it was fishers of men. In your case, could be something very different. But Jesus speaks to us because he loves us, he cares for us, and he has a better plan for our lives than what we've seen before. So I hope you'll think about that. Where are you going with your life? What you doing? Well, I hope you have a great day. I appreciate you listening. If you have a prayer concern or a need, call us. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. Why? Because we want to, just like God wants you to come and follow him. God bless you. I'll talk to you again.